for first time in a while. How does it
Yeah,
feel?
it'll be good. I mean, it's a goofy type week for us as we prep for Duluth Friday and Saturday. Just because we played Monday up in Minneapolis and then have to take yesterday off, and so get back at her this afternoon here and get our short week prep ready for this weekend. Obviously, we're playing a real good, solid opponent, top five team in the country, so it should be entertaining. They've got a good team, and look forward to the challenges that's going to be presented this weekend.
Coming off that 5-day road trip with 3 games in 4 days, sick of traveling at this point, or did that not affect you?
Well, it was worse. After the game Monday, we were supposed to charter to St. Louis to play St. Louis, Wednesday night, and then bus up to Chicago and play them and make it really an NHL type schedule. So that's the approach I took. I had fun with the players talking about playing 3 games in 4 days in a couple different cities, and most of us had an experience as at the college level. So it was a unique opportunity. It worked out well. The team played well, and but to answer your question, yeah, it's nice to be back home.
Have you been seeing more results out of the power play when it's aggressive, when it gets is intent on getting the puck to the net, no matter how it happens, whether it's kicking it there or throwing it out of the corner?
Well, I mean, the thing about our game is if you want to score, there's certain areas that'll give you a better chance to score goals, and obviously that's going to be in front of the net. The team you're playing against and is going to try to defend and cover those areas as well as they can, and if you're able to get into those areas, your percentages of scoring are going to obviously go up. But then they've got a goaltender, and some nights, as we all know, the more hockey you watch, some nights the goaltender is the best player on the ice and can help their team stay in the game or help their team win the game. And unfortunately for us, I think last 3 out of 4 games, their goaltender has been the number one star in the game. And the thing I take away from it is, our 2 games up in Minneapolis, I thought we were pretty consistent. We played well. Both games in St. Cloud, we were in the same thing. We played well. We created a lot of opportunities, and then our game in St. Thomas, we rolled into that too. So we've had 5 pretty good games, and these next 6 against Duluth, and then against Mankato, and then down at Ohio State will be a real good challenge for us. And if you're successful, or if you're not, it really gives you an opportunity to prepare for what's next, and that's the playoffs.
What are the challenges Duluth present your club?
Well, I think what we saw, and we saw them a long time ago, but they've got a first line that's capable of winning a hockey game, and they're as good a first line as I think anybody in college hockey. I mean, you bring in a girl that was a Patty Kazmaier for Clarkson a few years ago, and put them on a line with a fifth-year senior and a senior, and that are good players too. And if they want to go, your hands are full. And you look at the box score; they're generally somewhere in the box score, whether they're scoring goals or making assists or doing things to help their team win. And so they're playing well. They went to Ohio State a couple weekends ago and took a game out there 1-0. So. The good thing is it'll force you to play better. If you're not going to play better than you maybe have in the past, and I think we're playing pretty good, but you're going up a notch going against a top 5 team. It forces you to play better. It brings your game up, and so that's what I'm looking for Friday night.
Three,
Go ahead.
three of your former goalies are in the Olympics.
Yeah.
That says a lot about how you recruit, but it says a lot about what Greeny does with them here. Because they come in here at a pretty high level.
Yeah.
He gets them a little bit more. What's his secret? How does he do that?
I think it's it's a lot of basics and really trying to build a foundation. And I think if kids, especially in that position, have any athleticism and are athletic and you do something for a period of time, you're going to get better at it. And so they come in here with an open mind, and it's a challenging and probably to me the most difficult position in all of sports to try to play, just because it's so hard. If you don't believe me, just go put the equipment on one day and go out and try to stop a puck. It's very difficult. And so we've been fortunate for a long time to have good goaltending here. We continue to have that, and as I've always said, if you have a good goaltender, you have a chance to win a lot of hockey games.
A lot of your players played with people who are taking the ice in Beijing right now. What's the atmosphere like in the locker room?
when
I
the
think
Olympics are going
it'll
on?
be exciting. I mean, anytime we have Olympics, to me, especially on the women's side, it bodes well. A lot more exposure than we normally have an Olympic year, where people that maybe don't watch women's hockey get a chance to watch our women's team play and compete. And last time around they won a gold medal, so the exposure is priceless, and it just helps everything that we're trying to do as far as building women's hockey and girls hockey around the country. And so for our players that have had a chance to play with some of these kids, again, if you're rooting in a championship game and somebody on the team, it makes it just that more interesting.
Daryl said that the series at Minnesota, she felt really like reignited your team and energized them to play the way they are now. What have you seen since that point?
It's been good. I mean, obviously we didn't like the results of both games up there, but you look at little things and you look at scoring chances and the way we played. I thought we were pretty consistent. Obviously Minnesota's a top-ranked team and playing well, and going there, building. You have to do certain things, and I thought we were pretty good at it. We just, in the last 4 or 5 games, haven't capitalized on some of the opportunities that we've had. The good, opportunities. In St. Cloud Friday night, we had 110 shots at the net, and you end up with 1. That's not a very good percentage. And so I think coming out of Minnesota against a quality opponent, you played well. You maybe didn't like the result. It just sort of resets things and makes you push yourself a little bit harder to maybe try to win hockey games. And that's what we saw at St. Cloud. We saw that in a tough battle in St. Thomas, where the puck didn't want to go in. But it'll be interesting to see how we come back off a 5-day road trip and play against Duluth at times that are a little goofy for us in regards to Friday and Saturday night starts at 7 and 8 respectively.
How long have you known Greeny?
What's that?
How long have you known Greeny?
How long have I known him?
Yeah.
He was here at Wisconsin as a goaltender, so I've known Greeny a long time. He coached my kids as an assistant coach at Memorial, all 3 of them that played there. He's part of a camp I run out in Colorado in the summertime, and so, a real good friend, and, it's not a